Hello from Spain. This webinar is sponsored by Academ Consult and UCAM. UCAM Universidad Católica San Antonio de Murcia is a private university founded in 1996 with a clear mission: to provide students with the knowledge and the skills to serve society, to contribute to the further expansion of human knowledge through research and development. UCAM campus is located in Murcia, the capital city of the southeastern region of Spain. The Mediterranean weather joins the natural beauties of the beaches of Costa Cálida with the mountains and fields of the Huerta de Europa. The heritage of Spanish culture, known for flamenco, tapas and fiesta, is reflected in Murcia's people, who are welcoming, warm, enthusiastic and sociable. As a mid-sized region, 1.5 million inhabitants, Murcia is full of artistic and social dynamics with especially affordable living costs, a safe environment and modern infrastructure. UCAM students can count on personalized attention that fits their needs. UCAM staff value personal relationships in the learning context. This is why each student is provided a personal tutor and class sizes are deliberately kept small. The variety of academic programs on offer constantly adapt to the real needs of society and are recognized by the European Higher Education Area, reflecting this core guideline. Each student is a reason for UCAM to continue its work of striving for perfection. Hello, I am Josep Martínez Polo. You can find me at Martínez Polo, or if you want it, you could follow me in Twitter or in Instagram. But don't expect thousands of millions of followers. I'm not a Spanish celebrity or a football player. I'm just a university professor. I am a professor at the Faculty of Social Science and Communication at the Catholic University of Murcia, UCAM. I teach interactive advertising and digital marketing at UCAM. My main lines of research are sharing economy and collaborative consumption, but I am also interested in open education, digital marketing and understanding life online. What is the purpose of this talk? Digital skills are especially important in higher education. Universities have a huge responsibility to develop students into individuals who can prosper in an era of digital information and communication. Simply being born into the internet age does not endow one with special powers. Learning how to use technology properly requires learning and training, regardless of one's age. The definition of what it means to be literate has been transformed. The purest definition, the ability to read, has morphed into an understanding of how to use a computer with skill, creativity, and with considerable business effect. What will happen in the next 10 years? I don't know. But a decade ago, for example, companies were mainly focused on data mining, search technology, and virtual collaboration. Today, executives are directing their energy toward artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, and the Internet of Things. The labor market requires the skills and abilities that the vast majority of young people clearly do not possess yet. For companies, the challenge is to distinguish between candidates who really know how to make the most of what the internet offers, and those who are digitally illiterate, and for whom a smartphone is simply a means of sending a WhatsApp or upload a story in Instagram. So, in the next few minutes, you will learn about 21 first-century skills, digital citizens and digital literacy. Also, we'll see the top 5 digital skills companies are looking for today. And I will try to show what's the next. Self-driving cars? That's not the future, it's the present, as you know. 21st century skills comprise skills, abilities, and learning disposition that have been identified as being required for success in 21st century society and workplaces. The skills have been grouped in 3 areas: learning and innovation skills, like critical thinking and problem solving, communications and collaboration, creativity and innovation; digital literacy skills, information literacy, media literacy, information and communication technologies literacy; career and life skills, flexibility and adaptability, initiative and self-direction, social and cross-cultural interaction, productivity and accountability. So, the 4 C's of 21st century learning could be collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. A digital citizen refers to a person utilizing information technology in order to engage in society, politics, and government. The gap between digital citizens and non-digital citizens is often referred to as the digital divide. Digital literacy is the set of competencies required for full participation in a knowledge society. It includes knowledge, skills, and behaviors involving the effective use of digital devices such as smartphones, tablets, laptops, and desktops PCs for purposes of communication, expression, collaboration, and advocacy. Now, we are going to see a list that covers 5 of the top digital skills employers in the tech sector are looking for today. First one, programming, web development, and app development. At the heart of any tech product or digital service is coding. Having a portfolio of projects demonstrating your coding skills in GitHub, for example, will help to validate your knowledge and expertise and help you land your dream role. Digital design. Websites, apps, and digital services have one thing in common: a user interface. Any designer with experience, creative, effective, dynamic user experience will be in high demand with most tech companies. Number 3. Project and product management. Understanding methodologies such as Scrum and Agile will stand out of any CV. Also, the continued growth of software as a service will make product management even more integral to the tech sector. Digital marketing and social media. To promote their products and services, tech companies will look to digital marketing. Understanding of how to get the most value for money out of the broadest range of networks will be key here. Today's public relation is carried out almost exclusively through internet and social media. Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, and countless other platforms give tech companies direct access to customers through leaders and evangelists. The best tech public relation managers are social media managers. And finally, number 5, international experience. Experience working in an international teams, studying in abroad university is highly sought after by tech companies worldwide. What's next? I don't really know, but please remember these few words: artificial intelligence, Watson, chatbots, big data, Internet of Things, 3D printing, robotics, deep learning, and of course, self-driving cars. You're only a click of distance of free courses about that. For example, this one about deep learning from MIT. And that's all. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to follow me in Twitter or in Instagram. If you need anything, please you can write me an email, gmmartinez@ucam.edu. Thank you very much.
Hello, dear students. My name is José Manuel Noguera. I am professor of the field of communication in journalism at UCAM, and I will continue with some of the ideas of my colleague Josep Martínez, and I will stop in one of them related with digital marketing and social media, those new skills related to improve your digital marketing skills and your profile in social media. It's going to be a kind of mix between both. In fact, I would like to give you 9 tips to improve, in one hand, your skills in your profile of social media, and on the other hand, in everything you do in the future, if it is related to digital marketing. You can find me here in my Twitter account or in my blog or even in email. Please don't hesitate to contact me for further information. The first thing I would like to underline, the first skill, it doesn't matter your future job, it's writing with links. If you want to be able to make good content on the web, you have to be good make linking. It doesn't matter your future job, you will have to write on the internet, and in that point you have to remember that hyperlinks is the new grammar of the web. If you don't know to use in a proper way hyperlinks, you are not doing the best thing that you can do on the web. In this sense, about how to use the links, I would like to remember two advice of a very famous journalist and counselor, Jeff Jarvis. The first one is do your best and link to the rest. In other words, use the links to give context, to give some ideas, extra ideas of everything you are talking about, but you maintain your focus and link to the rest. Link to other media, link to the context. The other rule by Jeff Jarvis about how to use hyperlinks is about links, how a measure to measure how many audience you can have in your content. If you can imagine anyone linking to what you are about to write, please don't write it, because this means that you don't have any kind of audience if you can imagine anyone interested in linking about your content. Use the links to give information about how expert are you in all these skills that you are trying to show on the internet. The second skill is learn to look for trends. This is very related, also connected to digital marketing. Obviously, you have to look for trends. What is the people looking for on the web? What is the next big thing the people will do? You have to use very new tools to do this and to get this kind of information. I can give you one, for example. The most famous in this sense could be Google Trends. I don't know if you know, but with Google Trends you can know a lot about these things called the next big things, because you can know what the people is looking for, where is looking for, what time is looking for, in which country, in which city. A lot of information, very important if your job is related to make content for the web. So please use Twitter Analytics, Google Analytics, and all these kind of trends tools like Google Trends to know what the people is doing tomorrow, what the people is gonna do the next week, in order to know what kind of content you have to do for the web. And number 3 is related to manage your online identity, your social profiles. You have to manage your online identity. I'm sure that you have looked for your own name on Google. Many of us do the same almost every single day. And the most important thing here is what is telling Google about you, because this EU is for the rest of the world, the people that you are, because they don't know you, and all the information that is going to get about you is the information that Google is going to give them about you. So please manage the information that Google is doing about your profile, because you can be sure every company will Google you before you are hired. Even every single day they will Google you, and you can read a lot of news related to people who made mistakes in their social media profiles, and then the consequence is they were fired by their companies, because the companies obviously can read, and they are every single day reading what you are doing in your social media profiles. So keep in mind, you have to manage in a very professional way your online identity. It doesn't matter the social profiles, in all the social profiles, because it's going to be very important for your future job and for your present nowadays. Number 4 is one simple idea. The paper resume is dead. The traditional resume or curricula that you send to the companies is dead, because now you can use the web to show what you can do. It's not about what you say you know, but what you say you do, because you can show how you do all these skills. You are good writing, okay, show me your blog. You are good in TV, okay, let's check your YouTube channel. You are doing good with pictures, with fashion, okay, we can check your Instagram account. It's not about what you say you know, but what you show you do. So use the web to show all your skills. This is gonna be very good for the future companies interested in be with you. In number 5 is connect less but better. This is the kind of, we could say, digital mindfulness. You can put in practice some kind of digital mindfulness. It's connect less but connect better. Online communication is obviously not a substitute of the offline world. And the point is that you have to be very critical with everything where you put your focus. You cannot be at the same time in online conversation and offline conversations, because the real thing, the point is, we don't have two worlds, online and offline. We have just one world. But the idea here is that you have to do a lot of things in the offline sphere to be better in the online sphere. You have to go into concerts and museums, reading novels, talking with friends. The point is that every single offline activity will improve your online identity. So to improve your digital skills, you have to more offline quality time. This is the main idea. And number 6, don't worry about the tech. This is not about tech. Digital marketing is not about tech, and obviously social media is not about tech. It's about stories. So it doesn't matter, again, your future job. You don't have to be afraid of technology. The point is how you communicate. You have to be good telling stories, doing storytelling, and it doesn't matter the tech. The most important value you can offer to your company will not be on the tech, will be in your communication skills, and mostly of them will be on the web. Number 7, if you in the future are managing some kind of corporate account in social profiles, is do not feed the troll, and please do not becoming one of them. I'm sure that you know what is a troll about, and do not feed the troll, do not give a space or time to the troll. It's a waste of time. I'm sure that you know that. And you have to be as proactive as positive, because you know that people do not want to follow to the piece of people. They want to follow the positive people. And it's the same with companies. And of course, do not be a troll for other companies, or do not be a troll for other colleagues. You have to be very proactive and very positive in your content, in your tone, in your style. Number 8 is you are what you share. So you have to keep in mind that everything is about sharing content, sharing conversation, sharing tips. On the web, you are defining not just by your content, but mostly of times by the content that you share. The thoughts that you share on Facebook, your posts on your personal blog, your pictures on Instagram or on Snapchat. Your profile on the web is not just defined by the content you create, but the one you share. This is, we can underline this in Facebook. For example, our privacy in Facebook is not just related to how good are we, because our friends have to be very careful as well with our content related to our privacy. Number 9, be ready for the unexpected. If we are talking about social media, if we are talking about looking for trends and digital marketing, there is something sure. We have to be ready for the unexpected things. Because your future job doesn't exist yet. This is always related. This is a common situation in communication. I like to say to my first year students that they are studying for a kind of job that it doesn't exist yet, because in communication everything goes very fast. In digital marketing is the same, in social media is the same. So be prepared for something that doesn't exist yet. How can do this? You can be curious, you have to be curious, you have to be active, and you have to be positive, and also you have to follow all the tips that we say before. I hope you enjoy all these tips, and we keep in touch in our social media profiles. Thanks for your attention.